Rachel, you've known LeBron a long time, and as you spoke to him, I was struck by this, and I'm curious if you shared this feeling, that the enormity of this place and what it represents in his life and in his growth, his past, and certainly his present and future was almost too much for him to even process. Is that accurate?
Absolutely. And it's so interesting. This is in some ways the physical embodiment of his growth, really, and the way he's changed as a person. I have known him a long time. I met him when he was still in high school. All of that process led him to here, just in the same way that last championship with the Cavs where he's going through the parade and it's sort of, oh, wow, this is it. This is the physical embodiment of all that work. This school, this is something tangible where it shows how much he has grown as a man and his legacy, which is really just going to be tremendous in this city.
I feel like more than ever before, yeah, he's still the kid from Akron, but now he's going to be in Los Angeles. Yeah, he's still playing, but now he's got a young son who is bursting onto the scene and getting a ton of attention because he's a player too. And I just wonder, how much energy do you think it will require for him to be all those things? Because ultimately you can't be all things to all people. So it just feels like this is just another thing on the plate. Yes, it matters, but it seems like that would be taxing to a degree.
Well, it's interesting because we all have our ideas of what we see for LeBron, and he has shown time and time again he has a different thing of what he sees for himself. In asking him a question, I made some reference to, hey, he's turning 34 this year. You know, what does he think about using the final years of his prime this way? And he stopped me and he sort of said, I don't know, you heard there, he's like, I don't think this is the final year of my prime. Come on, I beat every other statistic. And he promises he knows what's coming and he is ready for it in a way that the rest of us can't anticipate. Here is what I've learned. Don't bet against LeBron James. So far, everything he says he has been able to pull off. I'm not going to start doubting him now. Maybe down the road he'll show us he can't do what he says, but he just hasn't shown that yet.
I would only disagree that he hasn't shown us that he could live up to it. He's exceeded everything at every turn, which given the hype that preceded him is impossible to believe. One just quick final thought. Given all he's accomplished, Rachel, to suggest that this place could ultimately be his greatest legacy and could trump what he has done on the basketball floor is a hell of a statement, but I think it's a possibility. Does he entertain that thought?
I think it absolutely could be. He is aiming for nothing less than generational change here in Akron. And he kept saying today, he said, let's just check. Let's just go back and check 20 years from now. Let's look at all the numbers, all the statistics of what kids can do if they grew up in Akron in a poor area. He's like, when I see that jump, that's going to be more worth it to me than any of the numbers that come from lists of championships or MVPs. I buy it, man. I think it is huge.
So do I. These days like this, they're life affirming. They're inspiring. They make you see and hope for the good in all of us. And Rachel, appreciate you being there with us to give us the context and perspective. Travel safely, all right?
Thank you.